So without trying to sort out, who's right, you've seen a lot of information, and I think that staff is at the place where we believe we can present you with a proposal and a system that really comports with both points of view that were presented here. We can minimize the RF risk just by reducing the RF footprint of the system. And in that sense, I can say we agree with both presenters in that sense. If Dr. Valberg is absolutely right, what he presents in RF is not a risk. Reducing the RF footprint of the system doesn't hurt. On the other hand, if Dr. Dart is right and Europe is finding out what we're going to find out 5 years from now, we believe we can minimize enough so that we're not going to be a major contributor of a future problem. So what we plan to do is bring to you a part of our August 6th presentation to the board about the AMI project, is we would look to you to bring a statement of principles of how we would expect to implement this system in a way that minimizes those risks, not just a perceived health risk around RF, but around issues that have been raised around safety of the meters, privacy of the information, and the cost risk that comes with any project, making sure you get the benefit for the dollars that are invested. And at the end of the day, also protecting customer choice, who has to be exposed and not making things mandatory and issues like that. We expect to bring kind of a statement of principles that this board can kind of look at and agree that we have hopefully properly balanced the risks that are associated with this project and can use to evaluate staff performance in implementing the system. And it'll give the board hopefully a tool to evaluate this system. That's coming up. Next meeting, I believe, is August 6th. We have 45 minutes of me boring you with details about what the AMI project is all about, but also we'll have some extended public input for people that had either in the audience or have a chance to listen to this on the website afterwards, and if they want to bring forward their comments to you, we've set aside a much larger time for those folks to give you that input, and we would hope that we would have provided you enough information that you could begin your deliberations about this project, and it would be an opportunity then for the board to begin to discuss among themselves the merits of this project. Next step after that would be we would come back in October. I think that tentatively we're looking at October 1st right now. We'll have to kind of make sure that it fits the agenda. But we would look to have another round of public input on this very same topic, and hopefully allow the board time to discuss among themselves and deliberate and reach a decision about whether or not this project is an investment the utility wants to make. And that's really what our next steps is. So we have several more comments, several more months of discussion, but that's what we're looking for. Probably if you're like me, you're going to walk out of here and hop in your car or whatever your mode of transportation is and go, God, why didn't I ask this question? And you're going to come up with something, and I would say I do that and offer, if other people do that, send us, email your questions, and we will get them to the presenters, Dr. Dart, Dr. Valberg, and both have agreed to provide some kind of written answer, and we would look to take the questions that we get, the answers that we get from the presenters, accumulate them, and then post them to the website. So this isn't the only opportunity really to ask questions. So we'll try and get that taken care of. Also for the board, so I don't bore you too bad on August 6th, think about what questions you haven't had answered. Probably have heard more about RF tonight than you may have wanted, but what other things are lurking in your mind that you want to hear about? Are you concerned about the quality of the equipment? Are you concerned about whatever you might be concerned about? Think about those questions and email them to me so that I can kind of tune the presentation of the AMI project to what your outstanding questions are so that you are able to walk away with a full set of information. That's kind of your task and homework assignment between now and, I would say between now and August 6th, but I got to get all my stuff to Taryn by next Friday, so you really have. You only got to So, I have a question?
Yeah, I've got a question on protocol. So when the questions are presented, should they not be presented to you, copied to Roger, and distributed to the rest of the board so we know what other people are asking and what the responses are?
I
so
think
can we make sure?
We agreed on that just copy all commissioners and recognize that all of that will be accumulated and published out on the website at the end.
Okay, and I have a focus just while I'm on the water technology part of it, because I have not heard a word about that yet, and I'm really concerned about these things working underwater, and so that's going to be my focus of questioning.
Okay, and I would, if this is okay with you, I would propose to just have Census come in and talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to make sure these things work underwater.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, we have a little bit of water here we have to deal with.
Thank you, Greg.